So if we go ahead and flick this lever, you can see our entire house disappears. Isn't that awesome? That's freaking cool. So if you go ahead and right click again, our house reappears. Definitely pretty awesome. Yo, what is going on, Twistificates? My name is Damien and welcome back to another Minecraft mod review. Today we're checking out the Molasses Doors mod. This mod adds in a lot of things regarding doors into Minecraft. Those including better Minecraft door animations, sliding doors, player sensors, block mixers, and even an awesome new block called the Vanishing Block, which is freaking awesome. This mod was suggested by Brian Rocks 123. If you have a mod suggestion, remember to leave it in the comment section below. Anyways, let's get started with this mod. So first things first, let's take a look at the vanilla Minecraft door. Now normally when you open a Minecraft door, it snaps from open to close very quickly, but using this mod, it adds in a new smooth sliding animation, which looks absolutely awesome. So as you can see, when I right click on the door, it kind of slides easily open and close. It doesn't really snap in place, so that's pretty cool and a very cool addition or fix to the normal Minecraft door. So as well as it works with double doors without any redstone. So here we have a double Minecraft door and it's a wooden double door. So let's go ahead and just right click on one of the doors, and as you can see, both of them opens, as well as they have that cool smooth new animation effect and they don't snap into place. So that's pretty cool. So let's move on to the next thing we have. So first things first, for the new addition with this mod, we have a wooden sliding door, and this is basically a normal Minecraft door except it slides into the block adjacent or next to it. So if you go ahead and just right click, you can see that this door slides to the left and goes into the wall and basically loses all of its physics and just goes into the cobblestone that we have here. Also, it has a nice cool animation sound and looks pretty cool. So it's like a glass door and it's made out of like wood, and definitely pretty cool. So next we have the iron sliding door, which is similar to the wooden sliding door, except this needs redstone in order to be powered and in order for it to open. So if you go ahead and flip this lever here, you can see that the iron door or the iron sliding door opens up, which is pretty cool. And this basically works the same way as if a normal wooden door to hold back mobs and such, and it doesn't actually get broken down by zombies or anything trying to get in. So this is definitely pretty cool. You can also see outside the door yet again because it's kind of made out of glass and iron, much like this one's made out of wood and glass. Alright, moving on, we have the double wooden sliding doors. So this is basically that door, but together in combination you have a double door, which you right click one and both open. So that's awesome. You don't need any redstone to open the double doors, as well as this has a very cool animation. So definitely two doors opening at one time and sliding into the walls looks very cool compared to the normal Minecraft door. Alright, next we have something called the player sensor, which is located above our door. Now the player sensor basically detects a player, not mobs, only the player that's located on the map or anywhere close to this block, and signals redstone or sends out a redstone signal to all blocks next to it on each four corners and powers whatever that block is. So for this case, we use the player sensor to power this door, this iron sliding door to be exact, and when we walk close to this door, you can see that the door opens up using the player sensor. When we walk away, it does not. So let's go ahead and spawn on a creeper, and let's first put on our armor so we don't die, and see if the door opens up if the creeper's in front of it. So as you can see, the creeper's directly in front of that door and he did not cause the door to open up. So you can also use this in a normal Minecraft door, the vanilla Minecraft door. So here's a wooden door and we have the player sensor located above the door, and as you can see, when I walk 2 blocks close to it, the door opens up automatically with that very cool animation and smooth yet again. So if you go ahead and use this on the double wooden sliding doors, you can see that it opens up very cool, like you're going to a shopping mall or just someplace that uses the double sliding doors. So that's definitely pretty cool. We can also use this on the iron double sliding doors, so definitely that's cool as well. So as you can see here, we have the player sensor located here to show you that you can use this to basically power many other things besides just doors. So here in this case, I used the player sensor to power our 4 pistons because it sends out redstone signals on all 4 sides of this block. So if you go ahead and walk into the vicinity or the radius of the player sensor, you can see that all 4 of our pistons get powered because the redstone around it is powered. So that's definitely pretty cool. Alright, next we have the block mixer. Now the block mixer basically mixes blocks together, and if I go ahead and just go into the block mixer, put some emerald blocks on the right, or just a emerald block on the right and another rack, it combines or fuses these 2 blocks to make a hybrid of a netherrack and a emerald block combined. Now for the sake of this, I have to turn off shaders because as you can see, the block is very glitchy at the moment and does have a few bug fixes that need to be sorted out. So let's go ahead and just take off or turn off our shaders. There we go. And let's take a look at these blocks. So as you can see, it doesn't really show properly if you look at it from the left perspective, but if you go ahead and switch to the right perspective, you can see that actually, hang on, I just internal shaders are on. Let's go ahead and click none. And it's supposed to be working, but let's go ahead and just put down the mixed block. Oh, there you go. So apparently you have to be standing in a certain direction in order to see this, but if I go ahead and try to turn my camera or view, I'm not even sure what's up with this. Let me go ahead and, okay, I'm holding a mixed block, so apparently when I hold the mixed block, you could see the mixed blocks. So that's pretty weird. I never encountered this problem, but yet again, very buggy, and this is kind of a new, or not the main focus of this mod. But anyways, if you go ahead and take a look at what the blocks we have here, we have a red and blue wool block over here. And we have a diamond and a red, or excuse me, green stained glass. We have piston with a redstone block. Here we have some packed ice with some hay. And it even works on mods. We have the obsidian wood log with the normal birch wood log available in vanilla Minecraft. And we also have a sponge with a bookshelf. So that's pretty cool. And we also have the one that we just made, which is the netherrack with the emerald. So there's a few glitches. You have to be kind of holding one of the mixed blocks in order to see the mixed block. So that's kind of weird. So let's go ahead and try to mine this, or pick this block up, and let's see if you get the mixed block. So there you go, we pick up the mixed block. So that's pretty cool. So you kind of create new blocks in Minecraft using this block mixer, excuse me. So that's definitely pretty cool, but yet again, you have to be holding this to actually see it, so that's kind of also weird. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the next thing we have, which is called the vanishing block, which is definitely one of the best parts of the mod. I would just like to say this could be used to make such amazing things. It's just mind-boggling, and some people don't focus on it as much as I do, but I decided to focus a little bit more on this part of the mod. So first things first, we have the wooden, iron, and gold vanishing frames. Now the vanishing frames are basically blocks in which you could place other blocks into that basically disguise that block. So if you didn't really catch that, I'm going to show you what it does right now. So let's go ahead and take some wooden vanishing frames from our inventory and grab a lever or any type of redstone signal, place down our wooden vanishing frame, and then go ahead and place a diamond block onto that frame. So as you can see, we have a diamond block here, but if you go ahead and power this using redstone, you can see that the block disappears. So you could use this for a lot of cool things, like say disappearing this wall or removing this part of the bridge. So as you can see, that's freaking awesome. Now if you go ahead and take a look at the first example, which is the wooden frame, it doesn't really matter what block it is, as long as it contains a wooden vanishing frame, it disappears. For the iron, the only thing that matters for it to disappear is that it contains the same properties, which is wool. But for the gold, it specifies between blue and red for the properties or the metadata of the block. So this is basically different specifications for different vanishing frames. So you can basically use this to whatever suits your needs, but it's definitely very cool to have different variations. Now as you can see, there's different like glitches moving around in the vanishing frames. That's basically the stability of the block. So it's more stable to use a gold than an iron, and it's more stable to use an iron than a wooden, because as you can see, they're like flashing around, giving away its position. You can also fall through these if it's like flashing, as you can see. Now I have one more example I would like to show you, and I'll swap over to a different world so you can see that example. I basically made an entire house kind of out of vanishing blocks. So as you can see, this is a map that you guys have probably seen previously in one of my videos, and I made the entire house, kind of modified it a little bit, because you cannot actually place slabs or stairs or torches into a vanishing block. You can only place actual blocks into that. So here we have an entire house made out of our vanishing blocks. So let's go ahead and kind of have this disappear and completely vanish from our eyes. So if you go ahead and just flick this lever, you can see that our entire building there disappears. So that's freaking awesome. So let's go ahead and make it reappear yet again. So as you can see, our building is back. Now for the sake of seeing it better, we have another lever placed here. So if you go ahead and flick this lever, you can see that our entire house disappears. Isn't that awesome? That's freaking cool. So if you go ahead and right click again, our house reappears. Definitely pretty awesome. So guys, I think that wraps up today's mod review. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Take 1 second to drop a like or a comment below. Also share this with your friends so they can become a Twistificate too. This is Team Twist, and I'll see you later.